How's it going, guys? Simple Clutch here. It's Matt and special guest Alex via Skype, and we're gonna be talking about NHL 13 and basically what we want to see added to the game and some improvements from NHL 12. So, do you want to start, or what game mode should we start with?
We should just start with the general gameplay.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, what I got basically is I want to take a big step in this game, make it feel like real hockey. So I'm gonna start the real physics of the sticks. I mean, I wanted to see so the puck isn't glued to your stick, and this would make stick checking and defense a lot easier to play, because you're not going to be backhanding, forehanding about 10 times in 3 seconds. And with the less puck control, the defense is going to be a lot easier to play, and it's going to make shooting more effective, because you're not going to just be able to walk in and deke out the goalie every time. You're going to have to make a good pass and try to just generate good scoring chances like in real hockey.
Yeah, they just need to take out all the cheap ways of scoring and getting around defenders in this game out. They need to reward you for good offensive zone time and cycling the puck.
Yeah.
What they should do is they should increase fatigue when defenders are killing the power plays if you're being held in their own zone. So you reward the offensive zone pressure and the puck control.
Yeah, I have it. Same thing, less accurate passing. Like I can walk in NHL 12, more specifically HUT, when all of my players are good. I can just walk in and have slot passes every time, and it's gonna go in. I think you'd have to set up a real hockey play, maybe cycle it to the point, get a guy set up in front, and look for a dirty goal, like a rebound or a screen.
Yeah. Should be more traffic in front of the net too.
Yeah.
Should be a more viable way of scoring, because getting traffic in front of the net.
Yeah, I like the idea of the tie up in front of the net, the battle for a deflection and screen. That helps the defenders a lot. But I think it should be more controlled. When I'm just trying to go help out my guy on the boards, a computer usually just randomly ties me up, and I can't get out of there. I think there should be a way to get out, go help out on the boards. If you're a center, you get stuck with a guy on you, and you can't get back to your defensive position on transition play, and it can throw you out of position big time.
Yeah, true. And they need to, with the goalies too, when the defender and the guy trying to screen the goalie in front of the net are battling for positioning, and the defender pushes the guy screening the goalie into the goalie, that should be a penalty, and they call that a lot.
Yeah. The thing there, it's good to have it so that you take away the goalie's vision with the battle in front of the net, and the goalie has to move. It brings more realistic goals, because if the goalie can't see it, he probably can't save it.
Yeah. They need to call the goaltender interference penalties way earlier as opposed to calling them after they score, put the puck in the net.
Yeah. I think
really help.
I also like how sometimes if it's not really sometimes they'll call no goal if the goalie gets pushed or something, but they won't have a penalty. Say the guy on the goalie's team pushes an opposing player into the goalie, and sometimes they'll just call off the goal, but they won't give the guy a penalty though. So I think they should include something like that.
Yeah, well, you still want to move on to other points, more general points then?
Yeah, well, I just have what do you mean, the systems and stuff, or?
Stuff like that.
Okay. So I got, for general goalie gameplay though, I got more desperation saves, say split save, lunging save for cross creases. Maybe a paddle save in desperation mode, or maybe wider, better poke check, control where your poke check's going, and like maybe I seen goalies go spread eagle and have the poke check out. So just give you like more chances. Like it's a high risk, high reward because recovery time. So it just give goalies more chances to make breakaway saves and better options.
Yeah, they should make it so the goalie can skate with the puck actually, and like pinch behind the net on the board to stop the puck.
Make like harder. The goalies puck handling, they have to like redo that because I don't always want to lob it out to my guys. Sometimes I just want to make a hard pass up the ice. Like I don't want a weak pass that's going to get intercepted if I aim it wrong. I want a hard pass like from behind my net to the neutral zone.
Yeah. When you have possession of the puck, you should you should be able to charge up your pass with R2 to make harder passes or shorter passes. Just like player.
Yeah, give the goalie like the same feel as a player when you're playing the puck.
Yeah.
Like if you go past half or anything, it's a penalty, like real hockey. But yeah, just give goalie he doesn't have to stand still on when he's playing the puck because that's just forcing the turnovers.
Yeah.
So
and then well, besides that, I just have like for goalies like taking out the short side glitch and the 5-hole glitches.
Yeah. Well, yeah, actually.
Cover the post glitches where it goes 5-hole when you're clearly covering the post with your paddle.
Yeah, I think they should include that in like normal modes. Like say I'm gonna shoot out or just one-on-one with the goalie. I find it that I can never like 5-hole is not an option to shoot because the goalie is always gonna save it. I want to like be able to shoot 5-hole. Maybe deke out the goalie, have a backhand 5-hole shot, just make more opportunities for me to score instead of always having to backhand, forehand, and shoot it top shelf.
Yeah.
So other things I got for gameplay, in game when you score, obviously the goal horn songs and in the actual goal horn, and I think that just that in the game would be a great thing. Like give each team individuality and make it more unique.
Yeah, going back to goalies, I think they should add in authentic helmets too.
Yeah.
Like James Reimer, the Transformers and everything have like real goalie helmets. It'd be so sick.
Yeah. Another thing I have is around the net. Whenever I'm like in front in the offensive or defensive zone, whenever I try to go around the net, there's like a little force field around it, I feel. And like say the goal's on the line, the puck's on the line, and I want to just like skate in and tap it in. I always feel like if I skate in, it's going to like push me over to the side, and that's just really annoying.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And oh yeah, a big point I want is different skating styles for players. Like everybody knows the way Ovechkin skates. He skates like differently from a lot of players. The defensemen skate a lot different when they're like skating backwards, and shooting styles. Players take slap shots differently. Some have their techniques for their individual curves. And they just make players feel a lot different. And like goalies, not every goalie stands the same way. Everybody has their different stances and preferences.
Yeah, and they should really just fix the AI off the face-offs too. Like I hate when the defensemen take back-ins off the draw.
Oh yeah, from when you win it to the point. And
yeah,
they made it so the defensemen shoot like every time when they get at the point. I mean,
yeah, there's no cycling with computer defensive. Yeah. They're not gonna cycle it. They're gonna shoot it every time.
And a lot of dumb penalties taken by the AI, like off the face-off, they'll go and randomly hit the guy off the draw and draw a lot of just stupid penalties, cross-checking the guy off the draw.
When you're on the PK too, if you're on a 5-on-4 PK, they'll dump it over the boards too, so it'll be a 5-on-3 a lot too.
Yeah, I have a big, one of my biggest pet peeves is the AI dumping it on the power play when it's like a 2-on-1 and you're in the neutral zone. They just dump it in every time. They don't like know anything about offense on a penalty kill.
Yeah, the wingers never forecheck much either. Like when you dump it in, they don't go after the puck.
Yeah, they often dump it into the side where there isn't a winger. Say they're the right wing, and say they're in the center, and the left wing's on the left, and the center's in the center also. They'll dump it in so it goes into the right side, and that just really annoys me because it's scoring opportunity and rush just wasted.
Yeah, well, I mean, NHL 12 is a good game, but there's so many improvements they can make, like, just gameplay-wise. I mean, like, graphics are awesome in the game right now. You just need to refine the gameplay overall.
Yeah.
It'll be, like, much better game.
Yeah, I have no problem with the way the game looks, like, besides some computer generated faces. Like, a lot of players look nothing like they do, and one of the only things left for, like, gameplay, I'd say, is like body checking, how like half the hits are like huge hits. In open ice, huge hits are like pretty common, when in like actual hockey you'll see like maybe 2 Dion Phaneuf hits, big open ice hits a game in NHL 12, but you'll see like 2 a year from actual Dion Phaneuf.
Yeah, the hip checks in open ice are pretty ridiculous too.
Oh yeah, hip checking. That's it. You like
wide open ice like that. It's like really uncommon. You see it all the time though.
I only see hip checks usually on the boards, and in NHL, if you get a piece of them, they're gonna fall. It should only work. Like if you get a piece of a guy with a hip check, you're the one gonna fall unless it's like on the boards and you get right under him.
Yeah. Well, besides that, I just have like a couple more like gameplay tweaks and stuff, like players being kicked from the face-offs and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're doing the forehand glitch, like you should be kicked out.
Yeah, when you should have to wait till the draw. Like if you just keep on
jamming on the analog.
And there should be kind of like an art to the face-off. Like you can move up a little, try to gain a little unfair advantage. Sometimes the ref will call it, sometimes the ref won't. So this is like force especially in the EA Sports Hockey League, if you get kicked out often, your winger might have to have a higher face-off attribute, and just win the face-off when you get kicked out.
The left stick should be remapped on the face-off so you're able to go up more towards the circle more, or backwards, and then the right stick is just jamming back and trying to win the face-off.
Yeah, I think like usually all the face-offs are one clean. I think there should be like you drop the puck, you go for the puck. Like sometimes it'll just like go to the side, and then your wingers like it'll bring your wingers more to the draw, like for like tied face-offs to gain possession of the puck.
Yeah, a couple other things, like they could add customizable controls too. I know like this has been like a huge thing with other games too, where there's been like petitions for like customizable and remappable controls and stuff.
Yeah.
Suit your own preferences.
Yeah.
Like
I don't.
Like I know they have like NHL 95 controls or whatever right now, but that's about it. There's only 2 different options you have for controls, really.
Yeah. I personally hate when I'm in the slot trying to cover the cross crease and I see the pass and I go to poke check it, but my guy intercepts it and it ends up as me saucer passing it to the other team, and I'm getting a good opportunity.
Yeah, you want to talk about the game modes now?
Yeah. Well, I just have one more thing about the gameplay is the cutscenes between stoppages and like goals. Like if the goal is more important, I don't want to see the same goal cutscene every time where it shows the replay and then it shows the guy going over the bench and fist bumping all these guys. If it's say a goal in the last minute of the game or something, a game-winning goal, I want to see just a better celebration. Like even your custom celebration, celebrate with your team. You don't always have to go and dive on the ice by yourself. Your team's part of it. Maybe go high-five the guy who assisted your goal.
Yeah, this should be definitely added. Yeah. And then for the fans, they should be able to throw stuff on the ice too. Like Detroit, they throw the octopus on the ice, or Toronto, waffles, or
Yeah.
Florida has a rat.
Yeah.
Throw on the ice. So like, if you get a hat trick, that'd be like sick if the fans like threw stuff on the ice.
Yeah, like when you take a penalty in Vancouver, you might see like the green men or something. Just little stuff like that would be cool.
Yeah, little stuff that
Little gameplay
really
stuff.
enhances the game. Yeah.
It just makes a huge difference in the overall gameplay.
Yeah, the visual appeal of the game. And then, oh yeah, the music too. The menu music is horrible in NHL 12. They really have to add better music.
Yeah, more variety too.
Yeah, variety.
Because I'm getting tired of hearing the same like songs I just hate, and like I know you can turn them off, but if you turn them off, you're like, if I turn off all the songs I don't like, there's like 5 songs that will be looped together, and
yeah.
Like,
and then like custom music, like you have custom music, but it's really glitchy too. Like
yeah,
it messes up a lot for some reason for me. I don't know.
yeah.
And then well, yeah, the game modes now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but
Some useless game modes.
yeah, that reminds me though, like whenever I'm in game modes, I notice that the game's it freezes a lot for me. Like sometimes like I'll take a shot and then it'll just stop and freeze into the corner. More specifically in HUT and EA Sports Hockey League, and it results in me having to quit game or shut off my PlayStation in some cases, and it's just really annoying and deflating. It makes me want to rage at the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of connection issues, like server side by EA.
Yeah, the looping glitch and
That's
stuff.
in a lot of EA games though. The connection's horrible.
Yeah, more dedicated servers.
Do they have dedicated servers in NHL 12?
I'm not even sure. Like this, I don't find the servers that
They
good.
suck.
Yeah, they mess up a lot. Like
Yeah, they're horrible.
this is just a small example in the esports hockey league. Like we played a whole game with a guy from the other club on our team because he got glitched onto our side, and
That was so sick.
yeah, we were talking to him, and we were just playing with him. He was the left winger on our team, and like he couldn't hear the guys on his team. He could hear guys on our team. It was a 4-on-2 then. It was pretty fun. Like it's fun, but come on, EA.
Yeah. Gotta fix the connection.
Like what if that happened during a playoff game?
That happened to us in the playoffs the one time where there was a stoppage and then it said please wait.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets going around the arena and everything.
Oh yeah.
And then you get lagged out in a playoff game where we're winning 4-2 in the third period. Like,
yeah.
it doesn't count as a win. We got completely screwed over.
Yeah. Like
If that game would have counted, we would have won the championship in 4 games. But
yeah.
remember that?
That's a big thing in esports hockey league. Like when people are losing, they'll start the pause loop glitch and just I don't know why they do that. Like if you're not good, you then just accept it. Like take the loss, get better from better clubs, but don't just loop your way out of it. And you have to fix that because it doesn't count towards the standings. And you're just wasting your time for a game that doesn't matter. So.
Yeah, so
moving to game
you want to
modes.
go on to...
Yeah.
Alright, I'll talk about the game modes a bit. Well,
What?
really, there's too many useless game modes in this game. Like, no one plays the Winter Classic, no one plays Be a Legend, no one plays Season Mode. They really need to take these, useless game modes out and just, stop making them and start making...
Concentrate on the better game modes.
Concentrate on the better game modes and create new game modes. Stop wasting your time on these horrible game modes that no one plays.
Yeah. Personally,
Invest your time somewhere else.
I played Winter Classic once. It was the first game I played NHL 12.
Well, yeah, you played to get the trophy.
Yeah,
though.
I know. I mean, I played to get the trophy. I got the trophy. I haven't touched it since. I tried Be a Legend once. I tried it with Chris Chelios. It was probably the most boring and unfulfilling game. Like you start with like an 88 overall, and you're just better than everybody else, and like most of your shots will go in. And it's like it's not the experience that you want. Like, you don't want to start out the best and just stay there. You want to work your way up and get better.
You want to go on to be a pro now?
Sure. My main thing is, I don't know if it's just my PlayStation or my controller or my disc or anything, but I know I read a couple other people say that there's major lagging during the gameplay. Sometimes my guy, I'll be skating at center ice, I might just want to dump it in, and my guy will just keep on skating, he won't listen to me, the controller, and I'll get checked and then get a turnover, and it'll go against my team play and all that stuff, and it's just really annoying, like especially for goalie when you just stop and you get scored on. And I like the new simulation system a lot, because you're not playing 45 minutes a game, but barely anything goes on when you're not on the ice. Like 70% of the goals, shots, and stuff will be happening when I'm on the ice. You don't play be a pro that much, do you?
No, not really.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably.
GM.
Yeah, I'll just expand on this.
Yeah, Matt will go on about be a pro.
Yeah. So sticking on players, barely anything. I find will put you up to the next line. I was playing on Superstar. Played a season. Well, I didn't really play it, but I simulated a season in the CHL to get my guy a little better. Got drafted by the Winnipeg Jets, and first 7 games, I'd say probably 2 assists and like an even rating, and I get like promoted to the second line, and then like 2 goals, 5 assists, I get promoted to the first line, and I just don't think that's realistic, because unless you're like, I was drafted in like the 5th round, so unless you're like an elite talent or like really good, you're not going on the first line of an NHL team. Like I just don't like being a 72 overall and facing off against like 90 overalls, Crosby and that stuff on the first line. If my guy's a grinder, I expect to be playing third line minutes and on the penalty kill, not first line power play and that stuff. And basically the XP system, I don't really agree with it. Like on Superstar, especially for goalie, you'll get like maybe 25 shots if you set the sliders right, and if you let in 2 or more goals, you're going to get 0 XP in every category. And for goalie, once you get drafted, you'll find that if you play like decent, you're going to get basically all the starts. Like I was playing for Montreal, and I was getting at least twice as many starts as Carey Price, who's 90 overall, and he was playing like stellar, and I was playing average, and they were starting me like 5 times as many games as him. Another stuff I got, like, you should be able to request trades and salary, make salary worth something, like better equipment, better sticks. Say you like start off with like wooden sticks and that stuff, and then your sticks break, you have to buy new ones, and better sticks. Say you want an Easton, and this stick has a certain the curve will have like certain advantages, like slap shot power. I know they have something like that, but have it so you have to buy the sticks, and when you get a higher salary, you can buy better equipment. And just another thing, better shift lengths. Sometimes I'm on there for the full power play, and realistically you're going to get tired, come off after 45 seconds, a minute 15. And yeah, that's basically all I have. Also, a neat little feature would be a warm up before the game, like maybe skate around, take some shots. If you're goalie, have your players warm you up. And it can be optional if you skip it. And all this is just to make you feel like a real pro. And if you, like, I don't like just playing 82 game season and that's all I do. I want to feel like I'm in the pro, like get invited to international tournaments, play. Say I make my guy Swedish, start off in the Swedish Elite League. If I'm finished, start off in SM Liga, and just play my juniors there, and just if I play good enough, get invited to the national teams, maybe the Olympics once my guy gets older and better, and World Juniors. That'd be a huge thing, like affect your draft placing and that stuff. So I think that's most of the stuff I got for be a pro. So you want to talk about some BGM?
Alright, sure. Well, first of all, they should have like college, U.S. college leagues, and they should have like the KHL and stuff for non-BGM mode. And like for BGM mode, like a big thing is they should add no move clauses and no trade clauses, and like the ability to hand them out. So like
salary, like get the hometown discount for no movement clause.
Yeah, like if I'm picked Tampa Bay and I want to give Steven Stamkos a no trade clause to sweeten the deal on his contract, then I should be able to do that. For Toronto, like I should be able to not be able to trade Como because he's got a no move clause.
Yeah.
I think I should be able to do that.
And that kind of stuff should bring down their trade value, like their Como less production and then high salary, like that'd bring his trade value to like none.
Yeah, and then they should add a faster sim. Like the sim right now it's better than NHL 11, but it's still really slow, and they should like really improve that, make it faster, more effective.
Yeah, it takes a long time to simulate the season.
It takes forever. Took me like a couple weeks to like straight play and get my legend card for that. It takes so long to sim.
A lot of it has to do with the auto save, which I'm not sure if you can turn it off, but it should be like sometimes it's helpful. It helped me a couple times when my game froze, but like if you're just simming, your game's not gonna freeze, and you should just be able to turn it off, save some time.
Yeah, and then another big thing they should do is fix the RFA system. Like if you have a RFA that you're trying to sign in the off season, and the other team has like $12 million in free space, and you want to make an offer on this guy, and you make your offer, and they have $12 million in space, they'll always match your offer, which is like really annoying. No matter how much you offer the guy, the other team will always match. You have to fix that. And better computer trade offers. The trade offers are just horrible.
Yeah. Like altogether, the better value system.
Yeah, just a better value system would be awesome.
Like.
And then.
I just don't like. Say I have Jonathan Taves, who has past his prime, maybe has half a bar full of trade value, and I get offered an 82 overall and 83 overall, and they have maybe a quarter trade value. I don't just want two mediocre players for a good player. I want a good player or prospect or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then they should add a player search thing where you can search for players if you don't know what team they're on, or search for player types. If I want to search for a playmaker of a certain age or something, I should be able to do that.
Yeah. When you're
so I
building
can
your
find
team.
what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And then they should hand out suspensions too, like authentic suspensions for headshots and stuff like that. And then another big thing is goalie fatigue.
Yeah. Back-to-back games. You're going to have to switch your goalie if he's been starting for a long time.
Yeah, in this game, if your goalie doesn't get injured, you play out the whole season. Yeah. Your starter.
There's basically no point of having a backup.
Yeah, what's the point of signing a backup? I just keep a crappy backup. I never use them, really.
Yeah.
It's good to have them in the playoffs and stuff if your starter gets injured, but besides that, there's no reason taking up that much salary on a crappy backup.
Yeah, I like how they did in Hut, kind of I think they should have done it in BAGM rather than Hut, where your goalie gets fatigued, because say, like, I'm a Calgary fan, so I have Kiprusoff, and he's an 80. I think he's an 88 overall. If I start him 3 games and I start him in a back-to-back game, his overall should go down to at least the overall of my backup goalie. So I'd have to play my backup goalie, and his fatigue would like reset after a couple days, and he'd be good to go. So I'd actually have to give him like 10 to 15 starts a season.
Yeah. The ability to have like offer conditional picks.
Yeah. Have like a couple conditions, like obviously.
Yeah, not many, just a couple would be.
Yeah,
pretty
like
sick, like performance-based conditions or stuff like that.
Yeah, like
and then he could
resign. If he resigns, then I get an extra 5th round pick. If he plays 40 games, I get a 7th. Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah, just making the GM mode more realistic.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah, I think they should get rid of the phone system. Like.
Yeah, the phone system's really annoying.
If I don't want to accept the computer's bad trades, I'm gonna lose my phones. And if they don't accept my trades, I'm gonna lose my phones.
Yeah, the whole GM rep system is kind of messed up.
Yeah, I mean, I can offer as many trades as I want. Like, I don't think once you make a trade at the trade deadline, say you have one phone, it really butchers your ability to make a solid trade, and you're going to have to overpay to make sure that the trade goes through.
Yeah, they should have more realistic expectations too. Like if I'm playing with the Leafs, like how can I be expected to get 52 win season in my first year?
Yeah, every year.
Or if they're asking, or you're gonna have to rebuild at some point, so you can't have a 52 win season when you're in a rebuild stage.
Yeah, like I'm doing that for Calgary. It wanted me to get 47 wins, and then it always expects a little bit more. But my guys are going to retire. I'm going to have to rebuild, and it just if I go into a rebuilding stage and I don't meet the expectations in a couple, say back-to-back years, and it's on a contract year, I'm going to get fired, and that just really kills the mood for the game, because you always have to keep a competitive team, and you can't just rebuild and trade your old players.
Yeah, you can't be in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay competitive year after year.
Yeah.
And then, well, they should have more accurate potentials too. And then,
the potential system.
The potentials are really messed up.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, Sean Couturier or Ryan Murray, they have, like, ridiculously low, oh shit. Edit that out.
Oh, no, it's alright. I got a whole thing, like, player ratings. So, more realistic ratings, like, in the simulation. I don't want I want the overalls. I don't want everybody being 80 overall on my team. I want more realistic, like maybe lower some of the worst players in the 40s and 50s. Say my tough guys, they're going to be in the high 60s, low 70s. They're going to like circulate on my fourth line, but they're actually going to be useful. My grinders, 70, like low 70s, mid 70s to like for the penalty kill. Like they'll have good defensive ratings, but like the overalls, like my second liners are like maybe around 80, and the only guys I want to see like up in the high 80s and stuff are my bona fide first liners and my like Crosbys and Ovechkins, because like I get up to like year 3 and Stamkos is at 99 overall, and like there's no room for improvement. He has like all B minuses still.
Yeah, what I wanted to talk about was the trade values. Like Sean Couturier and Ryan Murray are like, their trade values are like nothing. I can trade second rounders for those guys.
Oh yeah,
first rounder, like a first round and maybe a second. I can get both of them. Like it's ridiculously easy.
Yeah,
because their trade values are so low.
It doesn't go. Yeah, it doesn't go up until like they're fully developed. Like I agree that their value goes up once they're developed, but it doesn't go up by that much like when they have great potential.
Yeah, and then the salaries are kind of messed up too. Like Jonathan Quick, like a 94 overall, and he's like 32, and he's demanding 12 million a year.
Yeah,
that's completely ridiculous. So his salary should be fixed, and then you shouldn't be able to have like Crosby, Stamkos, Malkin, like all these ridiculous lines and stuff, and all these ridiculous players at once with the salary cap.
Yeah, like it just brings a lot of the realism out of the game. Like it's creating a dynasty of like a bunch of like you're gonna have the best team in the NHL because you can just manipulate the computers to trade you all the best players for like your first rounders in the like 7 years from now. It's just like brings a lot of the excitement of building an actual competitive team like not gonna get destroyed, but not going to just dominate the league every year.
Yeah, well, you want to move on to eSports Hockey League now? Or?
Oh, I just have something about the players rating. Like a lot of times in the NHL, I'm gonna draft a guy. Say I draft Yakupov. He's a 74 overall. He can't play in the NHL yet, but like right now, Yakupov can play in the NHL no problem. So I think like with the overalls, with the like if I make it like the tough guys are in the high 60s, the grinders are in the low 70s. My top prospects are going to be mid 70s, but so they're actually going to be able to play on NHL like second, third line and actually be successful. But the potential system that I want is going to make it so that they'll tap off, like top prospects will cap off like a lot earlier. They'll reach the potential and stay there for many years. Like sometimes my 27-year-old prospects are going to have all C minuses, and they usually shouldn't get that till they're around 30. So that's just something I think they should have, is the prospects who are already NHL ready instead of having to develop them for 2-3 years before having them play.
Yeah, for sure.
So move on to EA Sports Hockey League online modes.
Yeah, online modes now. So well, EA Sports Hockey League, they should have the ability for the club manager to make captains and assistant captains, obviously.
Yeah.
And then another thing I have is they should have separate stats categories for your playoff stats and your regular season stats.
Yeah, and a big thing I hate about playing esports hockey league is the computers in the game. Like a lot of time, say that I only have 2 or 3 guys on, and we'll have, say we have a goalie, center, and a right winger. The computer defensemen sometimes just ruin the game with their terrible passing and their just ridiculously bad plays. And I think they should like make the computers not too good, but good enough to keep up with players instead of just getting deked around every time.
Yeah, the LB dekes every single time around the defenseman.
Yeah.
The L1 dekes. And then another thing that I don't like is the goalies after the play, they just stand there. Like, they don't do anything. They should at least like turn around and like get a drink of water or something.
Yeah.
Make the game more realistic that way. Or another thing for like drop-ins, you should be able to pick your positions before entering the drop-in. So you should you reduce the packets.
Because I played many of I've been in many drop-ins where I get into the game, my whole team picks their side, we're all good. One guy doesn't want to play defense because he wants someone to give up their position because he wasn't fast enough. He'll back out. It'll trigger a chain reaction. Like the next guy is like, oh no, I don't want to play. He backs out, and then say there's a goalie. He's like, oh no, I don't want to play with a goalie. He'll back out, forces everybody back out, and the other team will back out, and then you have to just take more time to get into a game. Where it'd just be way faster if you'd pick your position and get into a game.
Yeah, when you're in the drop-in, like if you're away from your PS3 and you're not moving for a certain period of time, they should auto kick you out of the game.
Yeah, I hate that.
People that just sit there offside the whole game.
Yeah, from the back. They like, why are you gonna play if you're just gonna at least back out of the game so you can have a computer. That's what big thing is pausing. I'd like to eliminate like pausing in the EA Sports Hockey League, and when you pause it, it's not like the whole game stops, but a computer takes your place, and when you come back, you can take control of the computer. So you don't have to suffer through those times where you get scored on, or you score, somebody pauses it, and then you have to wait 30 seconds. You can just pause it, and the computer comes up for you.
Another thing I want is for the club owner to be able to make their own customizable arenas.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty sick.
Maybe
to choose if you want to play on like international ice or NHL ice or stuff like that.
Yeah. Have maybe custom, like, I know stretching it, but maybe like upload your own custom goal horn, goal song, and customize your arena a little.
That'd be so sick.
Like, I don't think they're gonna add that stuff. Like, I wouldn't be. It's not a big deal, but it's just be really cool. Like, this ability to make your arena feel like it's actually yours instead of just a plain arena that you play in every time.
Yeah, a lot of the little things just make the game so much better.
Yeah, I've in here like create plays. Like computers, they have a one playbook. They go in, they dump it into the side where no one's forechecking, and they'll get it maybe 1 out of 5 times. You should be able to create a play and choose the type of computers that you want. Say you're a left wing sniper, I'm a right wing power forward. I want a center who's a playmaker or two-way forward to accommodate us and set us up or play some defense. If I'm an offensive defenseman, I want my partner to be a defensive defenseman or tough guy, or I don't want another offensive defenseman. And like if I know the glitch shots, if I know if I'm playing without a goalie, I know there's going to be the wrist shot glitch. I might want a stand-up goalie so he covers a lot of that stuff instead of like a butterfly goalie who goes down and gets beat high glove every time. Just this kind of stuff would help out a lot.
You think they should add creative plays in EA Sports Hockey League?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like,
yeah, but
like,
isn't that what kind of like what practice is for though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like with computers, like I want my computer not to dump it in. I can create a play so that it would tempt them to pass it to me rather than dumping it in or passing it to another computer all the time.
Yeah, and with your goalie too, you should have preferences that you can set. So if you don't want your goalie to auto cover the puck or stuff like that, you should be able to turn that off. Yeah,
or like another thing, like the AI passing when you call for it. Like, I know if you're in a bad position, he's not going to make a pass, like a great pass. But if you're right in front of your computer and you call for it, sometimes it just goes in the completely opposite direction. It just can ruin your offensive chance and just switch over. And I've been scored on like many a times by somebody calling for it and then just turning it over and going to the other player.
Yeah.
So anything else for EA Sports Hockey League, or are we good?
That's about it.
Good in the hood. Well,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I got another thing for BGM, just going back for a second. I got player fatigue, like not just goalies, but I know that if you play in 25 minutes a night, say you go into overtime, you get 25 minutes a night, and it's a back-to-back game, your player's not gonna be as good as he was previous night. Like, he's gonna be fatigued, his overall may go down, and this is like force more depth in your team, run more defense on a power penalty kill and power play instead of having, say, Shea Weber. He's good offensively and defensively. I can put him on my power play, my 4-man power play, my first line power, or my first line penalty kill, my first man 3-man penalty kill, and it'd be the same thing. You get 30 minutes of ice time, but there's no fatigue. So I just think that building a better team with depth would be like, if you had to do that, it would be more fun instead of just having a few superstars and putting them on everyone.
If you keep playing your same players over and over again, then they should like make like a higher risk of them getting injured.
Yeah.
Too, like,
because like on the penalty kill, they're gonna get, like, if they're blocking shots, they're gonna get a better chance of being injured than the third line offensive defenseman who plays the second line penalty kill and gets 15 minutes of ice time per game.
Yeah. Well, you want to move on to Hut now, or?
Yeah, I don't really have a lot for Hut, so you can run the table here.
I only have a couple things for Hut. Well, Hut is probably like the game mode that needs the least amount of fixing. Like, it's already really good.
Yeah.
Not much wrong with it. But I think they should stop doing the weekend deals all the time for like a jumbo pack for $2,500 every single weekend. Like, they should keep the jumbo pack $7,500, but actually make the pack worth the price every time.
Yeah. Like, I hate getting my rare cards as 2 20-25 game contracts and a plus 7 checking. Like,
yeah,
I want a decent player.
It's a huge loss.
Yeah.
If you're just gonna trade those cards, it's a huge loss. And then, like, they should still have the deals, that they should make them every few weeks and less often.
Yeah.
Like, when you're giving players like deals that often, then it's so easy to build a team up. It's ridiculous. Like,
yeah. I like to
see teams all the time now with 99 overall offense, defense, everything.
Yeah. I liked last year in Hut, when I was playing, and after like a couple weeks, my team, it still wasn't that good. Like, it was decent, but it was fun, like, playing more to try to get a better team instead of like having the team handed to me. And like, if make the jumbo packs, like you said, worth more. Like, if I get 20 game contracts every time, I can just go to the store and buy them for $300. Like, I want good players and that stuff.
Then another thing I have is fixing the online tourneys. I think they're really messed up because all the guidelines, like
70, like, you can only have a 75 offense, only have this many teams and that stuff.
Yeah, and then you enter that tournament, and then you get put up against a 95 overall offense team.
Doesn't meet any of the criteria at all.
Yeah, you just get put in with elite teams like that when you're in certain restrictions.
Just huge disadvantage to your record in the game.
Yeah.
And I got for
that's all I have.
I got for trading, like notifications if you get any trade offers, or notifications if you get outbid, or somebody bid on your player or card.
So when you're in different game modes, you get notifications.
Yeah, and then like it can just pop up on the bottom bar, like you've received a trade offer, like it does for EA Sports Hockey League when I get a club request, and you can just click triangle, and it'll bring you to Hut, and you can just check out your trade offer. It's like I probably miss so many trade offers just because I haven't checked on my stuff like every single day. So like, I've received one trade offer that I know about, and it was a pretty good trade offer, so I don't want to be missing out on this stuff.
Any more game modes you want to talk about?
I don't really. Let's see. I don't.
Well, Morgan would enjoy it if we talked about season mode, but
well, season
I
mode.
don't think we're gonna talk about that.
I think season mode just it's just a waste. Like, when you have BGM mode, like, if you want, you can play all the games in BGM mode. It's basically season mode, but after one season, you're not done. So, like, these useless game modes is like, it's
complete waste of time.
Yeah, taking the attention away from the improvements that can be used for the other game modes, and I just think that EA will like have to realize that no one really cares about the Winter Classic. No one really cares about Beat a Legend.
I think think they're just using all these different game modes as promotion. Like, they promoted the hell out of Winter Classic.
Yeah. Like,
same thing with Legends.
It's kind of cool playing an outdoor game for like the first 1 or 2 times. Maybe if you don't have connection online, you're just playing like with a friend or two offline, and you like want to play in a different area. I mean, that's cool. But when you actually like play the game and you just see it like taking menu space up, like I've clicked on it multiple times and it's like waste my time, and like I'm not gonna want to play this. Like, put it in game modes. Don't just, they put all this stuff on the front menu. Like,
yeah, you should be able to play the Winter Classic in eSports Hockey League. Like, it'd be cool if you could set it as like your home arena or something where you could actually play it all the time.
Yeah.
Or put it in different game modes.
Yeah, put it in BGM.
Put it in BGM mode.
Yeah. Like, I might actually like stop and play that game at the Winter Classic. Like have an argument. Oh yeah, for like BGM, a thing that we missed it about the coaching upgrades and that stuff. So
oh yeah,
you want to talk about that?
Yeah, they should add in, instead of the sort of like XP system they have now for scouting and coaching staff and stuff like that, they should add in where you can actually hire real NHL or AHL or CHL coaches,
yeah,
and hire them onto your team. Same thing with scouts.
Yeah, like if they had a successful team, you can like hire a new coach, fire your old coach, like make the coaches actually like they all have different like types of systems and stuff, and
strengths and weaknesses and stuff. Just like kind of like HUT, where you can hire a coach. They have like +2 DKing, +2 this.
Like,
it should be the same for GM.
Yeah, even if it's that small, it's like good to like have different choices. Like, hire new scouts. Like, the scout is specialized in scouting the Canadian prospects. This scout is specialized in scouting European prospects, and like medical staff. Like, that's not a big deal, but that stuff in like the pro scout, like, who goes around the league and like scouts for potential trades and at the trade deadline and that stuff.
Yeah.
So
well, you got anything else?
I thought I had some stuff about the prospects. The prospect system. They should. Oh yeah, like after the year. I mean, you should have access to the prospects' stats over the year. Say I go to the WHL and I click on a player, I can see how many games they played. Say scouting Yakupov, and he has 30 games played. He has 16 goals and 40 assists. I'm like, I'd rather get that guy. Like, if I didn't know him, I might want to rather get that guy than like another guy who's ranked in the top 10 and he has 30 games played. He has like 5 goals, 10 assists, and like, I agree, like, don't show them their ratings because it takes like most of the fun out of the scouting and stuff, but like show their stats for the season and stuff.
That'd be good. And then another thing with scouting is like they kind of make the draft a bit pointless, I guess, because like in the off season you just go through and sort by potential, and there's like all kinds of awesome like young kids, like studs in there with high potential. You just sign those guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
And I find like trading for a first round draft pick is like more costly than just waiting after the draft and then going to the
potential.
Going to the teams, say they drafted the guy I wanted, but in like second overall, and the second overall pick's like half the bar full, and then I can just go to the team after, look at that guy, like what his potential is, and just like trade a second round and get him. Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Make the rookies worth more.
Yeah, the rookies should be worth more.
Like, I don't want my third line two-way forwards and grinders worth the same as rookies. I want like my top prospects to be rated just as much as my top second line guys, maybe some of my top first guys if it's a elite prospect.
Yeah, going back to the trade values, like I traded for like Granlund, like Mark Scheifele, Sven Barchi, like all these studs, like Marcus Johansson and all this stuff, and then like there were so little in this game, they're so easy to get, and then you just develop them for a couple years, and then they're like studs on your team.
Yeah.
Second, third liners.
You like sign them to long-term contracts when they're not that good, and you like easily create a dynasty, and it's just like takes a lot of the realism out of the game. Like you're not going to get all these prospects for second and thirds and just garbage players.
Yeah. With GM mode, it's all about realism.
Yeah.
Really.
You want to feel like the actual GM. Like.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the cell phones? Or.
Yeah, we talked about cell phones.
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to like have a limited number of trades and trade deadline. Yeah, that stuff. I'm pretty sure we talked about that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, there's a little thing for online shootouts. I have, like, sometimes I'll just go on and play an online shootout for fun if, like, I don't have a lot of time, gotta go somewhere. And, I have diving poke check. I like to use that a lot, but like, a lot of the times, actually, I'll dive and poke check, the puck will move backwards, and the player will just skate back to the puck and shoot it in the net, and it'll count as a goal. And that just really irritates me. And
yeah, that happened to me once where the puck was behind me like that, and then he skated around me back to the puck and shot it into the open net. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, you have to like make 2 saves. And
then you gotta fix the open net modifiers too.
Yeah, like if I have an open net from anywhere inside the point, and my guy has a decent like accuracy higher than like 65, I'm hitting the open net. Like an NHL or like even a CHL player is not going to miss an open net less than like 5% of the time, but yet when there's an open net, I miss them like good 40, 45, 50, even 50% of the time, and it's really annoying when like you're right up against the net and you'll hit the crossbar, you'll go over the net, you'll shoot it across the crease.
Versus when it gets into the crowd.
Yeah. And
sucks.
when you're deking, I see it a lot of the time. I'll do a deke and I'll lose the puck, but the puck's still in a forward motion, and I'm catching up to it, but the play will just stop because I don't have possession. But when the puck's in a forward motion, the play isn't dead yet. But when you get down and poke check and the puck goes backwards, the play is still alive. So that's just something that's really stupid in the game. And
really messed up.
Yeah, just brings all the realism out of it. And the last thing I have for shootouts is, and actually just general gameplay, is the deking, more realistic dekes. I mean, the behind the back one-hander. No one's ever going to do that in the NHL. Like it's I know it's a game, but like it's not a hockey like deke. Like, have more realistic dekes, and if a lot of players in NHL, like, they'll just shoot the puck on the goalies and they'll score a lot of the times in shootouts. But out of position goalies should get like sniped on and stuff.
Are you good, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, want to go play some NHL 12?
Sure. Well, yeah. So that's the end of our podcast. So,
all right.
See you guys later.
Peace, guys, and keep your assholes clean.
Good.